The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now, it's Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They go play action. Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. I got you.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
You know, pass complete here to Sanders. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down, a run with Breida. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Like 80!
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
11.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Come on, baby.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
13.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Here we go. 180. Check. Watch the before. And watch the
On first down, here's Breida. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. Garoppolo and the offense with a first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. D. Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
3rd and long for Cousins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Breida, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this is Selleck here with a grab. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Coleman. He's got the first down inside the 10. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coach.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at the 18. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for Emmanuel Sanders. Incomplete. Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, gun.
They'll throw now on the final play. They'll air this one toward Coleman. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one complete to Coleman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he stopped immediately there.
Here we go, here we go. 13, 13, 20.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Garoppolo now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice tip, boy.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And some room to work. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go. 180. Hey, alert.
Here's Breida. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Gotta do better.
Play fake. Cousins. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 70 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Good work, boys. Let's go, let's go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
He's coming. We got double up.
They run with Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You don't want no problems with me. Slam. White. 21.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Keep playing all day. Woo! Let's get it.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 50 the mic.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Check safety. Shift. Watch the shift. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now a give running left is Breida. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. They go play action here on first down. Looking deep down into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They run again with Breida. He finds an opening past the 40. And some room to maneuver. 20, 10, and down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 64 yards.
Here we go.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. It's Coleman here. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Cousins the thrower. Forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. Now Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.